Hey guys, come on downstairs. We're playing Minnesota Twins franchise. It's episode number 159, and today we're going to close out the regular season of year number 3. We have a 3-game series with the Kansas City Royals. We're coming off of a 3-game sweep over the Detroit Tigers that saw us clinch the American League Central Division. Our September record is 14-11. We're going to look to close out the season strong here against the Royals, who are 73-86. And they're going to come in with Lorenzo Cain, Raymond Fuentes, Hosmer, Drury, Calhoun, Spangenberg, Dozier, Espinoza, and Evans. And we're going to go with Buxton, Bonifacio, Calero, Grossman, Loney, Kepler, Koss, Centeno, and Robert Jones at shortstop. The Royals are going to send Ian Kennedy to the hill. He's 7-11, making his 32nd appearance of the year. 1.37 whip, a 4.21 ERA. Alex Wood will go for us. He's 10-11 with a 2.98 ERA. Tops among starters in earned run average for our pitching staff. Let's jump right into the fourth inning here. Lorenzo Cain, batting .229 on the year, a down year for Cain. Here with Kansas City, facing the lefty Alex Wood. Lorenzo Cain drives this one deep to left center field, and this is going to break the scoreless tie, and the Royals take a 1-0 lead. On the Lorenzo Cain solo blast in the middle of the fourth inning, it's 1-0 Kansas City. We go to the fifth now. Byron Buxton, .224 average, 2 home runs, 26 driven in, batting in the 9-hole most of the season. He's got runners on the corners with 1 out. He slaps it to the right side. Spangenberg has it. He's going to pull the shortstop off the bag, and everybody is safe. A run comes in to score. That's Brian Kaw that crosses the plate. Later in the inning, though, the Royals would turn 2 to get out of it, but not before the Twins tie the game up at 1. Seventh inning, Zane Evans, the catcher for the Royals. Salvador Perez is on the disabled list, missed the rest of the season. And on a 2-2 count, Zane Evans drives it deep to right center field. That one's heading back towards the track of the wall, and it's into the purple flower bed just above the wall. Solo home run for Zane Evans. And that's just his second of the season. And it puts the Royals out on top 2-1, breaking the tie here in game number 1 of this 3-game series from Target Field. 2-1 Kansas City. Ninth inning now. Carlos Chavez making his 5th appearance, a 1.35 ERA, and he will be facing Cole Calhoun, who's batting .218 on the year. Runner on third with 2 outs, and Calhoun rips it to short. Robert Jones up with it on to first, and Mario Calero makes the play, and that will bring us to the bottom of the 9th inning. Still 2-1 Kansas City. Roberto Osuna making his 48th appearance. He's got 26 saves on the year. He's facing James Loney here with 2 outs and a 2-2 count. The delivery from Osuna. James Loney swings through it, and Osuna gets the save. The Royals win the first game of this 3-game series. We obviously still have the American League Central Division all sewn up. 5-game lead over the Indians with 2 games left to play. And we lead the season series over the Royals 12 games to 5. And next up will be the second game of this 3-game series from Target Field, game number 161. Royals are going to send out Cain, Spangenberg, Hosmer, Halter, Drury, Gordon, Bonifacio, Espinoza, and Evans. We're going to go with Myers, Piscotty, Rosario, Sano, Nunez, Mesoraco, Peterson, Vargas, and Buxton. Pretty much the everyday lineup against lefties here in the second to last game of the season. Andrew Haney will go for the Royals. He's 11-8 with a 3.16 ERA. Jose De Leon for us, he's 8-3 with a 3.31 ERA in 130 and a third innings. First inning, Jose De Leon with a runner on second, and Spangenberg at the plate. Spangenberg laces it through the right side on the ground. Here comes the throw to the plate, but it's not in time. And the Royals once again jump out to an early lead, 1-0 in the first inning for Kansas City. Eddie Rosario in the bottom of the inning now. with 2 outs and nobody on, and Eddie Rosario got all of that one. Outfielders hardly even take a step, and that one's into the upper deck. Eddie Rosario with a solo blast to right center field. Number 16 on the year for Rosario, and the game is all tied up at 1 at the end of the first. Third inning now. Will Myers at second. Stephen Piscotty at the plate with 2 outs. Bottom of the third. Haney still on the mound for the Royals. The delivery. And Piscotty drives it to right field. That could score a run. Myers rounding third, heading to the plate, and the throw is offline. And Myers comes in to score. It's 2-1 Minnesota at the end of the third inning. We move on to the fifth now. Lorenzo Cain back of the plate, batting .230, 11 home runs, 54 driven in. With 2 outs and nobody on, he grounds it slowly to short, charging is Nunez on to first, and they make the play. Eduardo Nunez to Will Myers. Beautiful play. Nice defense by the Twins. Here is Kenis Vargas now. Twins leading 2-1. Vargas slaps it into right field for a base hit. A run comes in to score. And the Twins lead is now 3-1 at the end of the fifth inning. We move on to the eighth now. Will Myers at the plate. And Will Myers is going to drive this one deep to left field, and that one is gone off the facade in left. And the Royals will bring in September call-up Glenn Sparkman. He will face Eduardo Nunez in the bottom of the eighth inning. It's 4-1 Minnesota with the lead. A runner on first. Nunez skies it high into center field. Lorenzo Cain is there. He squeezes it. That'll end the eighth inning. Twins go on to win by that score, 4-1. Lead the season series over the Royals, 13-5. Jose De Leon gets the win. Andrew Haney gets the loss. Kevin Segrist would pick up save number 51 on the season. And we have just one more game to play. So let's take a look now at the division races and the wild card races. With one game to play, the Red Sox and the Blue Jays are tied. The Yankees are one game back. The Twins and the Angels have their divisions locked up. Over in the wild card, the Rangers have home field clinched. And the Blue Jays have a one-game lead over the Yankees for that final playoff spot. The Blue Jays and the Red Sox both. They're tied atop the division. And the whoever doesn't win the division will likely get the wild card. In the National League, all of the divisions are locked up. The Nationals, the Cubs, the Dodgers. That's probably what we would have predicted at the first of the season. The wild card, though, the Pirates have home field locked up. They're 3 games ahead of the Phillies, and the Phillies have overtaken the Cardinals and lead the Cards by 1 game with 1 game to play. So on to game number 162, final game of the season. Twins at 87 and 74. The Royals at 74 and 87. The starting lineups are as such: Kane, Spangenberg, Hosmer, Drury, Calhoun, Gordon, Hunter Dozier, Evans, and Russ Taylor will start for the Royals. For us, we're going to go with Bonifacio, Calero, Kepler, Grossman, Tapia, Murphy, Loney, Kaw, and Jones. So a lot of backups and set finale. So we give the everyday players the day off to get ready for the postseason. So Taylor Rogers will go for us. It was Mike Minor going for the Royals. Rogers making his 6th start of the year. He's made some spot starts throughout the season. 5.96 ERA for him. And we're going to get some highlights started off here in the 5th inning. Alex Gordon at the plate, batting .280. Nobody on with 2 outs, and Alex Gordon's going to chop it right up the middle. Athletic play by Taylor off the hill. And in the middle of 5, we still have no score. The Royals with no hits yet. Here in the 7th inning, they still have no hits. So, working on a no-hitter in the season finale. 9 outs away, Corey Spangenberg. Twins now 8 outs away. And Corey Spangenberg ends the no-hit bid, and he ends the shutout bid at the same time. Solo home run for Spangenberg. That's his 6th of the season. At least 2 have been against the Twins. I know that for sure. 2 of his 6. Brandon Drury at the plate now. Runner on first with one out, and Drury's going to drive this one to right field. And that one is gone as well into the overhang. 3-0 Kansas City. Here in the 7th inning, they have broken the game open. And we're going to bring in Carlos Chavez. A 0.93 ERA. He has been lights out here. And he is going to face the left-handed hitting Cole Calhoun, who drives it deep to dead center field, and it's onto the grass for another home run. 3rd home run of the inning for KC. And the Royals go on to win 5-0. So that closes out the season. We are 87-75 American League Central Division champions. We win the season series over the Royals 13-6. Taylor Rogers gets the loss despite taking a no-hitter into the 7th. And so we had a couple of game 163s, some tiebreaker games. The Blue Jays and the Red Sox tied for the division lead. The Blue Jays win the tiebreaker 5-4. And the Phillies and the Cardinals tied for the final wild card spot. And in game 163, the Phillies won 7-5. So here is the final standings. The Blue Jays, Twins, Angels are division champions. The Red Sox and the Rangers are the 2 wild card teams. And the Red Sox will play at Texas in the wild card game. The Yankees miss out on the postseason by a game and a half after the Red Sox played in that game 163. Over in the National League, the Nationals, Cubs, and Dodgers are all division champions. And the Pirates will host the Philadelphia Phillies, an all-Pennsylvania wild card game. As they the Phillies overtook the Cardinals in the final week of the season to take that wild card spot away from the Cardinals, which they held down for a long time, a couple months actually. Final team statistical rankings, let's go over this really quickly. Batting average, we ended up 3rd in baseball with a 266 team batting average. Will Myers was our leader at 314. Runs scored, we were tied in 26th with 588, tied with the Padres. In hits, we were 6th. Will Myers was our leader there. In doubles, we were tied for 13th with 270 doubles. Luis Valbuena led the team in doubles. 28th in the league in triples with 20. Will Myers had 5. Jace Peterson 4. Buxton had 3. Home runs, we were 26th with 143 home runs. Valbuena led the way with 35. Miguel Sano with 32. Runs batted in, we were 27th. Valbuena and Sano are leaders there, 92 and 89 respectively. Stolen bases, we were dead last in baseball. We really struggled on the base paths. Byron Buxton had 15. He was our leader. Stolen base percentage, 30th. We really had a hard time picking our spots to run, and that translated into not getting many stolen bases. 28th in fielding percentage, so we struggled a little bit defensively, but pitching is where we won the division. We were 6th in baseball with a 3.56 ERA, led by Alex Wood. We had 11 shutouts on the year. Jose Barrios was the only pitcher to pitch a complete game shutout. The rest were team shutouts. 2nd in baseball in saves with 59. Kevin Segrist led the way with 51. He also led the league with 51 saves. Blown saves tied for 15th with 21. Segrist had 4, so he converted 51 out of 55 save opportunities. Runs allowed, we were 8th, 623. Home runs allowed, we were 6th, giving up 155. Strikeouts, we were 6th, 1,395 strikeouts, led by Kyle Gibson. He was 1 short of 200. So let's look at the season awards now. The American League MVP goes to Mike Trout, 336, 40 home runs, 121 RBIs. Bryce Harper wins the Triple Crown in the National League, and that sews up the MVP for him. Rick Porcello was the Cy Young Award winner in the American League, and Madison Bumgarner, the Cy Young Award winner in the National League. The batting title went to Mike Trout in the American League, 336. Bryce Harper's 353 won the batting title in the National League. Kevin Segrist awarded the Reliever of the Year award, 51 saves, a 1.90 ERA. And J. Reese Familia had 49 saves, won it in the National League. Rookie of the Year, Aaron Judge, 280, 16 home runs, 50 RBIs. And in the National League, Kenneth Ikeda, 291, 12 home runs, 52 RBIs. The American League wildcard game, the Red Sox beat the Rangers in Arlington 7-0. So the Red Sox will move on. And the Phillies beat the Pirates in Pittsburgh 3-2. So the updated postseason bracket looks like this. The Red Sox will be at the Angels, the Blue Jays at the Twins, the Phillies at the Cubs, and the Nationals at the Dodgers. So next up, we'll have Game 1 of the American League Division Series, the Minnesota Twins and the Toronto Blue Jays from Target Field here on Mama's Basement Sports Gaming.